What's up, guys? Fuck. Left. Yeah, that's okay now. I didn't need to use the F bomb there, did I? So obviously I wanted to, do another video today, about part two, about kind of a part two to the video I did earlier. Obviously I was talking about Hussein and how people will never stop talking about what he did. As I said, in the video I did earlier, people will only stop talking about what he did when he admits what he did. And until he admits to cheating on his wife and sleeping with fans, and grooming and sending sexually inappropriate messages to teenage girls, people are not going to stop talking about what he did. We all know what prison is, and people are gonna keep, bringing that up and mentioning it. At the end of the day, what a decent person does, if they've done something wrong, they hold their hands up and admit that they did wrong, and they admit that they are, and they accept the consequences. But Chris was a coward and a dickhead. He will never have the decency to admit to what he did. He will always try to deny that. We all know what he is. And I mean, I will go out and I will shout it from the rooftops if I have to. At the end of the day, I think if we all know the consequences that it would have on him. If he did admit, to what he did, obviously it would destroy, their channel. They'd never be able to show their faces on YouTube ever again. People are never gonna stop talking about what he did. People are never gonna stop bringing it up until he admits what he did. At the end of the day, it's about raising awareness of the things that he did, and people are not gonna stop raising awareness of what he is and of the things that he did, because the things that he did were so wrong, and obviously he'll never admit to it. But we all know that he did what he did. It's like my viewpoint on it is, how can he deny something when there is so much evidence that proves what he did? Because that is the reality of the situation, is that there is a lot of evidence proving what he did, which is why I'm saying that there's no point in him trying to deny it. It's like, why would you try to deny something when there is so much evidence that actually proves what he did? Because there's no denying that there is a decent amount of evidence there that proves that he did do something. And as I said earlier, he's never actually shown any, full-on evidence that proves that he didn't actually do anything. When he shows evidence proving that he's innocent, I will believe him. Until then, I will not believe him. It's like, the reason that people, believe that he did what he did, and people know that he did what he did, is because there is a decent amount of evidence that proves what he did. And that is what that's what it comes down to, is that there is a lot of evidence there, and we know there's a lot of evidence there. It is something that has to be said, as far as I'm concerned. I don't care if people think that, people need to stop talking about it. Because, as I said, why would people stop talking about this? It needs to be spoken about. People need to keep mentioning it and bringing it up. Because what he did was so damn bad. What people want is for him to do the decent thing and admit what he did. That's all anyone wants. As soon as he does that, as soon as he does the decent thing and actually admits what he did, people will quite happily stop talking about it. But people are not going to stop talking. I'm one of those people who isn't going to stop talking about it until he admits what he did. Until he admits to to sleeping with fans, cheating on his wife and sleeping with fans, and sending sexual, well, women and sending sexually inappropriate messages to teenage girls, I'm not gonna stop talking about it. You know, I don't see why people should stop talking about it. You know, people are never gonna do that. If he, at the end of the day, people are never gonna stop doing that until he admits what he did, until he holds his hands up and says, "Yeah, I did. I did those things. I did sleep with, the fans. I did sleep with fans. I did cheat on my wife. I did groom those teenage girls and send sexually inappropriate messages to them." That's what a decent person would do, is they would hold their hands up and admit what they did. They wouldn't keep trying to deny it, keep claiming that the allegations are false, which we know they're not, because there's evidence out there that proves that these allegations are actually false. And as I've always said about it, you think about what you think about it at the time. That girl, the girls who spoke out about what he did, why would they have had any reason to lie about that? Because that is a pretty damn serious thing to lie about. I've never agreed with the way that they were treated, for speaking out about what he did. The fact that people accused him of lying and making stuff up, and you would, if that was your child, you would want them to be believed. You wouldn't want people to accuse them of lying and making something like that up. But as I said, that's a very damn serious thing to lie about. And I've never been under the impression, I've never been, there's never been a single part of me that's believed the allegations that any allegations made about this weren't true. I think the fact that he doesn't show his face when he's in the UK vlogs really does, when they're in the UK, doesn't really prove a point, to be honest. So you see that he's scared. You see that he's scared to show his face on camera when they're in the UK, because he knows that there's a lot of people over here that would actually want to win his, would like to win his neck, would like to win his flaming neck. Right, and they would quite likely do that. At the end of the day, we all know the damage that that would be done to their channel, to their reputations, if he ever admitted to that. If he ever admitted to everything, Jesus, that would be huge. I think the iPhone would die of shock, because you think about it, the iPhone would try defending him so badly for the past however many years now, so 8 years. If he admitted it, they would die of shock. The thing is, we all know that, him admitting and holding his hands up and admitting to what he did would be the right thing for him to do. But he will never do that, because it would destroy their channel. It would destroy the channel, and it would, they would never be able to show their faces on YouTube again if he actually held his hands up and admitted that. I think there's a better chance of Pete's lying than there is of him ever holding his hands up and admitting to what he did. We all want it, but we know it will never happen. We know that and that's why we don't keep talking about it. The only way that he will stop people from talking about it, or will actually stop people from mentioning it and bringing it up, is if he actually admits to what he did. None of us is going to go wait until he does that. So that is what people want, is for him to hold his hands up and admit to what he did. And admit to sleeping on his wife and sleeping with teenage girls. And admitted to, and obviously admitted to, grooming and sending sexually inappropriate messages to teenage girls, slept with fans. If he admitted to all of those things, then that would be, then that's great. But, I'm perfectly happy to, if he admitted those things, I'd be perfectly happy to take a step back and not bring it up again. Because I think if he admitted it, there wouldn't really be a need for people to keep mentioning it, keep talking about it, and keep bringing it up. But at the end of the day, as I said, that's all anyone wants. That's all anyone's ever wanted, is for him to do the right thing and actually hold his hands up and admit to what he did. But he will never have the decency to do that. He will never be brave or confident enough to do that, because he knows that he knows what the consequences will be if he actually admits actually holds his hands up and admits that, and actually admits what he did. Jesus, it would be game over for their channel there and then. That would be it. The reaction to it would be absolutely huge. I mean, yeah, as I said, he tried to deny it all he wants. You know, he's saying that the allegations are not true, but we all know they are. And people, he tries to silence people as much as he wants, but people will never be silenced. People will keep mentioning this and keep bringing it up time and time again. As I said, if he wants it all to go away and he wants people to stop bringing it up, stop mentioning it, then he needs to do the right thing and admit to what he did. Until then, nothing will change. Nothing's going to change until he does the right thing and admits what he did. Simple as that. So I hope you enjoyed this video, this short little part 2 to the video I did earlier. Just what I would do some additional, do my additional viewpoints on that. As I said, I think it's important to do videos like this. It's important to talk about things like this. It's important to talk about what he is and talk about the things that he did and raise awareness to things like that. It's just, it's just mad that people aren't seeing him for who and what he really is. We all know what what he really is. And that it's been staring people in the face for a very long time. But people are just too blind to see it. I was thinking about, the other night, right? Well, yesterday I was thinking about this. He stays up late at night editing the vlogs, supposedly. I don't think he's just editing the vlogs. I think he does a hell of a lot more than just edits the vlogs. I can guarantee you that. He definitely doesn't. He definitely doesn't. He really doesn't. He really doesn't just edit the vlogs. He probably does a lot more than that. I think we all know he does. It was hard not to laugh at that, but I think we all know he does a lot more than just edits the vlogs. I think we all know that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I shall see you for another one probably tomorrow. There won't be another one tonight because I'm not gonna really have time to do another one tonight. I'll be watching the football tonight. England are playing Latvia in a little while, so I'll be watching that game tonight. Cheering my team on, England. Hoping England. Well, we probably will win. We're playing against Latvia tonight, and Latvia are not that good. And Latvia are not that good. But I'll definitely give the game a watch anyway. So that's what you do. Even if it's an easy opponent and an easy win, you still watch the games. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed the video anyway. I'll see you for another one tomorrow. Bye bye.